Hey guys, so I just got back from my third violin lesson and it went really well. I learned a lot today, so I'm really excited about sharing everything with you guys. Okay, so first off, put your shoulder rest on, grab your bow and tighten it. I also forgot to mention this, but I just assumed anyone who plays the violin would know, but since some people are kind of just watching my videos until they get lessons, they might not know this. But don't touch the horsehair on your bow because we have oils in our fingers and stuff that will attach itself to the bow and make it hard for the rosin to go on. And when the rosin doesn't stick on correctly, you can't play correctly. And for people who for some reason don't know what rosin is, mine comes in this little case right here. It looks kind of like that. And when you first get a new piece of rosin, you're supposed to like rough up the edges with like maybe like your key or something. Just rough up the edges, and then you gotta put on your bow like this. Don't touch the rosin either because it can make your fingers sticky. But basically, you need to rosin up your bow, and what this does is it makes the strings sticky enough to where it can strum your strings. A fresh new piece of bow that has no rosin on it will just kind of slide on your violin and it won't make any sounds. Funny story, I heard about this one lady who bought this really expensive violin and she tried playing it and it wouldn't make any sounds. So she was selling her violin, this nice piece of equipment, at a garage sale, saying that the violin's broken because every single time she tried to play on it, it wouldn't make any sounds. Well, there you have it. It's because she didn't have any rosin on her bow. The book I'm using for my violin lessons is called Essential Elements 2000 for Strings. And these are all the authors. Just in case if you guys want to get the same book and kind of follow along with me. I don't know if this is like a good book or not, but my teacher likes it a lot better because the notes are on lines this time. You guys might recall, but in the other book that I was using, before you play your violin, it's important that you make sure that everything's in tune. That way you're not playing some funky notes and whatnot. I just got back from my lesson, so I know my violin is tuned. And in my last video, I kind of went over how to tune your violin, and that hasn't changed. So I'm just going to assume you guys know how to tune your violin, and that you know where the G, D, A, and E strings are. Okay. So let's review. We got our G string, D, A, E. Okay? G, D, A, E. There wasn't any lines. It was just like notes floating in space. So basically she made me get a new book just for that reason. So in my lesson today we just reviewed our D and A string. And we actually went on to doing the other notes that's located on the D string. If you put your finger about right there, you get your E. F is about right there, and then G is right next to F. Space between the top of your violin to your E finger, and then from there to the F sharp is the same space. And then G is right next to it. On the treble clef, that's where your G is located on the second line. F sharp is going to be located on the first space. And then E is located on the first line. The cool thing about having a tuner is that you can tell where the notes are, if you're too sharp, too flat. She tried putting tape on my instrument today, but she forgot her tape at home. And so we just kind of did it without it. And she, I know, compliment time for me to, I guess, my bragging rights. But today was the first time I actually played on the other notes on the D string without tape, and she said I did really, really good and that we might not need tape. Which is kind of cool, because I don't know, it makes me feel like I know something, you know? But maybe I got lucky today in class. I usually act a little better when I'm like being watched, but when I'm playing by myself I get really sloppy. I'm going to do this. I'll play the E string for you. That's the E. E. F. Okay. And that's basically it for our lesson today. Feel free to leave comments or message me if you have any questions or if you'd like me to add anything into my videos. Oh, another thing in my last video that I forgot to check when I strung up my violin when I popped the string, the G string, was that I didn't make sure that the bridge was straight and aligned. I know you probably can't tell or see this because my camera's all ghetto, but there are grooves right here. They're kind of like indents in on your violin. Your bridge needs to be aligned right there. Okay, you see how it's straight right here? And it also needs to stand straight. Like that. I don't know if you can see that. Here. Some black to kind of contrast that out. But you see that? It's standing straight. I went in today and my bridge was like standing on the side a little bit. And so I had tuned it like that. And so she had to retune my violin once we got it straight. Yeah, I can't play any real songs yet. Well, just this one, but you guys aren't going to recognize it. So that was the walking song, and technically my first song. So I'm done playing, so I'm gonna loosen my bow. Don't forget to loosen it. And I'm gonna put everything up. I didn't stress this enough last time or in any of my other videos, but every single time you're done playing with your violin, it's important to loosen the hairs on your bow. Because what happens is if it stays tightened for a really long time, your bow, the wood part, would start kind of coming out to the sides. Okay, so this is where the middle is supposed to be, with the horse hairs. And then if it's tightened for too long, it starts warping your bow. So just remember to loosen it after every session that you, I guess, use it. Okay, that's it for my lesson, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.